Yo, what's up, everybody? So today we are going to do a SIEM home lab using Microsoft Azure Sentinel with a workbook, and we're gonna create a honeypot. I got this video from Josh McAdor. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He had a really cool tutorial on how to do it, and so I wanted to show you guys my setup too. So I did not do this live. This is I basically recorded myself doing the video, and that's basically it. So basically I had a video of me doing it too, so I'm just gonna get straight into it because let's do it. This is me making the virtual machine. Like I said, I did this project like maybe 2 or 3 times already, so everything on here is pretty much already pre-made. I'm just doing like a voiceover for it. That's me creating the resource group. Virtual machine name, I named it Honeypot 1, something simple. I use US East 2, and then I think there's something that was going on to where I couldn't use it, so I went back to Canada, I think. Like if you see, like I was using a free trial, so I couldn't use certain time zones and regions. So I think I just went back to Canada. Yep, went back to Canada. Created a username. Did like a little standard username that I would use for my administrator account. Standard stuff, you got to remember that for later. Boom, bam, boom. I was just confirming everything. That's my remote desktop protocol. Port 3389. And I was taking out, I want to go back to this. I was taking out all the inbound rules, if you guys see that. Priority 100, so basically allows everything so people can try to hack into the machine and we can really get some data and failed attempts. Pretty interesting stuff. Creating a honeypot like this was really cool. And while that was deploying, I went to Microsoft Azure. Boom, bam, boom type stuff. Went to my log analytics page. Hit create. I used a resource group that I already had, right? I think I was trying to figure out which because I did like multiple resource groups, so I had to figure out which one to use. I used law honeypot 1, create, boom, bam, boom. Make sure you guys download Microsoft Azure and use their $200 of free credit because that's going to help with everything in this project. I went to Security Center. So the funny thing is, it was no longer called Security Center. Like in the tutorial, they changed it to Microsoft Defender. A lot of the terminology is the same, but it was definitely, I had to work out some kinks and like see which terms were made for the specific task he wanted us to do. This is me so I did the project before and I had to disconnect my honeypot and connect it to the new honeypot I made, so all the data would go into the one that I was doing in this tutorial. So that's basically what I was doing, but if you guys are doing this for the first time, just connect. Don't worry about disconnecting anything. Just connect right into it, like you see my different ones right there. Boom. Add that bad boy in there. Okay. I went into my workbook. I think I was looking, I was like, where's the thing? I went to my virtual machine, and then I think I went and got my IP. Did I get my IP yet? Boom. Connected my virtual machine. Let's go. Let's get it. Went back. Now right there is my IP address. Now you're going to download your Microsoft Remote Desktop. I was using a Mac, so I had to use some app. Boom, bam, boom. use that login that you used before in the beginning when you made your administrative account. Press continue. This is all sped up too, so like this is like a 2-hour video condensed in like 20 minutes. And I'm running on a Mac, and it's like a 2018 Mac, so everything was a lot slower. Like you can see, like it's taking so long to log in, but I was able to really knock everything out. Microsoft Edge, opened it up. And we wait. I think I was just trying to set up everything just so I can confirm, continue. We're gonna use Microsoft Edge on here to create a GeoID so it can track all the places where the failed logins are coming from. Because there's gonna be a lot of overseas people trying to log in from like Russia and China and all that. So I opened up Microsoft Edge for later, and right here I am going into my event viewer. It's taking a minute to log in. I definitely suggest you like slowing down this video and maybe putting me on mute if you just want to follow along with the video, because this is definitely at a fast pace. Like you're not going to get it done in this amount of time, but it's definitely a lot faster. Also, if you're working on a PC, it's definitely like the virtual machine and the desktop is going to be a lot faster for you than it was for me on this video. It was kind of a pain, but I got over it. Boom, bam, boom. Right here, I'm going to go into some logs and see any failed login attempts just to see if everything was working. I think I logged in successfully the first time, so I'm gonna go back and like fail a login a couple times just so it shows up as a security event. If it loads, if I had one. I'm sorry. Boom, bam, boom. This is me looking at all the security events that happened. I think I saw a login one. So here is me going and tapping in the IP. Then I'm gonna put Eugene failed, put in the password. Nope. I think I'm gonna add another one, maybe 2 or 3 of them. Yep. 3, type it in. Yep, canceled, go back. And then I'm gonna refresh the page. Boom. And then I'm gonna look at the logins. And as you can see, it is a failed login attempt. It shows me the account name, failed for the reason, blah, blah, blah. There's the IP there. So it's gonna show me basically all that, just to see if the security event thing was working, and it was indeed working it. So this is just me scrolling, looking at all of them, because this is fairly new to me too, so I'm like curious to see if it's getting everything. This is me turning off all the firewalls, right? Yeah. Going into Microsoft Defender, turning off every single firewall just so it's easier for attackers to come and try to invade the block, you know what I'm saying? All the ops gonna come in and try to run the fade. Sorry. So boom, all the firewalls are now down. So now we got ourselves a nice little honeypot going. And so right here, what am I I doing? Oh, this is when I'm gonna go and get Josh Matacor's algorithm or his code to put into PowerShell, so it can actually like filter out all the login attempts or security events and nab that IP and where its geolocation is from, just so we can have something to log into our Sentinel. Here we go. This is me just copying the URL. Sunlight, you know what I mean? Some light. This is me copying the raw file, and I'm gonna go into my Microsoft Start. Type in PowerShell. Shout out to Josh Matacor. This was a great tutorial. I also did his Active Directory, which was very long. It was the longest project by far. I think I'm gonna post a video on that one next. That one or a vulnerable management little lab. So right here, this is the algorithm to take the latitude, longitude, all that good stuff. And then I'm gonna have to go into the geolocation website and create my own account because it's not gonna work on his. Saving the project because you want to, save the logon exporter. Yeah. This is me going into the geolocation website now. IP geolocation, I had all caps on. Embarrassing. IP geolocation.io. Hit enter on that bad boy. Create your own account. Get a free API access. This is me. I think I'm gonna sign in with Google just because it's easier and I don't want to type in everything because, technology. Don't y'all try to get into my email either. It's solid, rock solid proof. Type in my password. I low-key forgot my password. Gotta go in 59. Yes. All right, we got an account going. So now we go and infiltrate that API. Get that key right there. Copy that. Boom. Go back to our PowerShell script. And it's gonna be in quotations, I believe. Here we go scroll up. Right there is going to be API key. So what you're going to do is you're going to delete that part and put in your own. Boom. Make sure the quotations are around it. Bam. So now we're going to hit enter and run it. And now it's going to nab every failed attempt, which is going to be a few mock ones, and then it's going to be the few that we did on our own. The Eugene failed 1, Eugene failed 2, 3, all that. And it's going to nab the IP. If you look down into it, it's going to nab all the timestamps, IP, where it's from, United States. Let's go. Then we're going to go to program files. It's really important that you guys actually type in the full folder name and go into that because it's not going to pop up otherwise. Boom, failed RDP. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that text document of all the stuff that, all the failed stuff, and we're going to use it as kind of a basis of what we want it to look like in our Sentinel account. Boom. thing. We go to workbook, logs. Oh, there we go. Create a table, new custom MMA table. So what you're gonna do is select a file, but now I gotta transfer this file right here into like my actual computer. So I'm gonna Control A, boom, get out of there. And I'm gonna go to my notes. I went to my notes, but I couldn't do it off my notes. So what needed to happen was I went instead, I copied that, boom. Then I went into Microsoft Doc because I needed to export it to a text document because that's what Microsoft uses. So I was like, it's easier if I just do it on a Google Doc. Boom, download that, plain text. I'm gonna open it up right there, rename it so I can find it in Microsoft. Failed RDP logs 2 because I already did this before. Exit out, select a file. Boom, don't be reading all my all my text. I swear they're all clean. YouTube. So I'm gonna select that. What was I doing in this part? 2, I used 2, there you go. Next, it's gonna show you a preview, that looks great. Boom, bam, boom. Awesome blossom, hit next. Boom, select the type, Windows, because that's what I was using, remote desktop. Path, what was I doing here? Yeah, what am I doing? Oh, yeah. You're gonna need the failed RDP path where you want them to collect the logs from, but it has to be exactly like C semicolon / program data, all that good stuff. So we're gonna copy that. Boom, bam, boom. RDP log, because I typed it in wrong. Copy. I was really like paranoid that I wouldn't get it right and something would go wrong because I'm still fairly new. So I made sure I had everything perfect to the T, like without any mistakes. Boom, I see it right there, .log. See, like I'm just going over it and over and over and over and again, just in case. I was like, it has to go right. Cause literally I would get stumped, bro, and then like I would spend like 4 hours on one little mix up. Like when I first did this, I accidentally set it to a Linux desktop instead of a Windows one, and it completely stumped me for like a couple days. Boom. Success. So we created a table and where we want it to come from. Go back to our logs. Failed RDP, yep. Boom. Hit that, and it's gonna show all the queries. Boom, bam, boom, bam, boom. And the funny thing is, I'm also using a log that I did on my previous one, so I didn't have to wait that long for a bunch of failed login attempts. It's all right there, because I did this like a day before. Like it says April 24th right there, but really I was doing this like days before. Boom, bam, boom. What is next? So right here, we're going to have to basically look at our workbook and query it. But the thing is, Microsoft Azure did some updates, so it was a lot harder to filter out the queries. So instead, look, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna just go through it with you. Latitude. I was just typing in stuff, trying to figure out a way to like separate everything. Boom, bam, run it. It says it couldn't be run. So this is this right here is the, so right here I have to fix log, I think. So this right here is the code for the query for your logs, because you can't do it how he did it in the video, and I got it from his YouTube comments. So make sure it says geo instead of log, and boom, we have all the maps set up. And here you're gonna do your visualization, latitude, longitude on the map settings. So it shows you where the failed login attempts are coming from, so we can find them ops, you know what I mean? And as you can see, a bunch of them are popping up now because I'm using also a workbook from my previous one, just so I can have the data a lot faster. Done editing, save. I don't know what I was doing here. I think I was just trying to figure out where to save it. Failed RDP world map. I think right here I was trying to see where all the data is. I'm like, where is all the failed login attempts? So now I'm looking at everything. Honeypot, trying to figure out which resource group. Canada. Boom, apply. And so now I'm like looking like, where's all of it? Where's all of it? Boom, bam, boom, go back, look at an overview. And as you can see, look at all those failed login attempts already. And I was like, where is it? Where's the potential malicious events? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I have to go into the actual failed RDP part, not the malicious events, because I haven't set it up to where it finds malicious events. So I go into my workbook and I'm looking around. So I was like, let me go back to logs. Okay, it's all there. Go back to workbooks. Eventually, I'm just going to go back to where it says failed RDP attempts and just click on that. See 15,000 security events and like 6,000 failed RDPs. Clicked on that. Boom, bam, boom. It's going to pull up everything. And I think I put on the map again, or it's going to already be there. Workbook. See, I'm sorry. I was still fairly new. Go back to my honeypot. I'm like, all right, I see the data now, but where do I go and see it on the map? Eventually, I'm just gonna go back and click on failed RDP and then just create the map again, I think. Here we go, new workbook using all the data. I'm like, here it is, like, you know what I mean? Here's all the data I was looking for. Add a query, boom, erase the comment, fix log with geo, boom, run it. We find everything now, set, map, longitude, latitude, apply. And now we see all the security events. It's so awesome. I bet if I logged in right now, I would see a whole lot more than 6,000, but 6,000 is pretty much a lot, especially for like a day having this up. Boom. And awesome. Items created, look at all those events. China over there going crazy on me. Security events, 15,000. Failed RDPs was 6,000. That red spot is like 205. Like, I don't know what that is, but they're really trying to log into my honeypot. And that's basically it. So events, boom, bam, boom, all that good stuff. And that was the video. Thank you guys for checking out my Azure. Feel free to do this project too. Feel free to do this project too. I'm gonna link Josh Matacor's tutorial. Feel free to use this video and slow it down. I'll try my best to do it with you guys, but I do recommend doing this a few times, and it definitely gets easier. Play around with Microsoft Sentinel and have fun with it. Thank you guys.